Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've all noticed within the past 4 to 6 months. You can even go back like a whole year. There's been a lot of situations. There's been a lot of plane crashes, uh, problems with planes, door panels falling off, parts of like the wings, parts of the wings peeling off, engine failure, and some of which, like one of the quick responses was, oh, birds. Birds are being attracted to the engines. They're flying into the engines, making the engines malfunction. And this is one of the problems that's going on right now. And, you know, okay, that sounds all fine and dandy for those that are not paying attention or casually looking and listening, and you tell them that and they're like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." No, it does not make sense because birds have always been around. Birds have always flown here, there, here, there. They're always flying around. So you mean to tell me within the last 4 to 6 months, all of a sudden, birds are the issue with commercial planes? And it's not just commercial planes; it's all kinds of aerial problems that are blatantly happening right now. I find it odd and weird. All these situations with these planes and helicopters. We can look over some of this stuff because let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real about it. I always, like growing up, I had severe fear of flying. Like getting on a plane, even though technically they wanna, and I'm using air quotes with technically, they wanna put it out there that, oh, well, flying is more safe than driving. You're more likely to get into a car accident driving, especially the amount of times we drive all the time, every day, all the time. You're more likely to get into a car accident than a mishap on an airplane. Let me ask y'all something. Is that ever a concern of yours? I mean, naturally, in the back of your mind, when you get in your car, you know there's a possibility, but you're more comfortable driving. You're used to driving. It's nothing. It's an everyday thing. Versus getting on an airplane, and they want to tell us like, yeah, flying is more safe than driving. There's nothing to worry about. As opposed to, well, the last 6 months or so, there's a whole lot to worry about because there's been a lot of problems with airplanes and crashes and miscommunications with the aviation towers and, you know, finger pointing. Yeah, that it's a lot of finger pointing going on, but there's no solutions being had. 28 agencies were authorized to fly helicopters near Reagan Airport before deadly crash. It's just multiple. And look, we know about the recent one with the military helicopter. Let's get this one in Brazil. See if we get it popping right quick. Come on now. Yeah, there we go. And this is all over the world. It's not just over here in America. There's something seriously going on. There's a problem going on with our planes. They're not just out of the blue. All of a sudden, everything's malfunctioning at the same time. The gauges don't read correctly, and you can't determine where you are or how the altitude you're flying at and what's around you, who's around you. Just how is this all of a sudden a problem? See, February 7th, 2025. So this was uploaded. This is a Brazilian publication. Sao Paulo. A small aircraft crashed on the avenue in Sao Paulo on Friday morning shortly after taking off from nearby private airport. Including the pilot and the plane's owner, authorities said. The two were the only people on board. Now, that's fair about subject. There's a lot of times, like small planes, like private planes, even like people trained to be pilots, like aviation schools, they have crashes. Like I will say that there's a lot of mishaps, with small planes, stuff like that. A lot of times it doesn't get reported as far as national media is concerned. I mean, like locally, they might send out a couple bullets or whatever, but it's not plastered all over the news like a commercial airline. So those happen more frequently, but it doesn't make it any more okay. What is the problem why all of a sudden we're having all these problems flying. I just don't get it. Can somebody help me? Because I don't understand it right now. The plane went down in the busy Barra Funda neighborhood. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. On the west side of the city, near town, a piece of the plane hit a bus, injuring one woman inside, while a motorcyclist was struck by another piece of wreckage. The firefighter's statement said both were receiving medical care. A later statement said that 4 more people who were injured were taken to hospitals in the area with minor injuries. Governor no, I can't say that. I'm not even. Sorry, my Brazilian brethren. I can't pronounce a lot of y'all words still. Said on X that the 2 dead were the pilot, Gustavo Medeiros. I want to learn Portuguese, so I'm trying. And the owner of the aircraft, a CCTV video obtained by the local television network TV Globo showed the moment of the crash. The plane slammed into the avenue a few meters past an intersection where a line of cars was waiting to move forward. It's just happened in Brazil. And I'm bringing this up just to point to what a lot of people, including myself, are very, very concerned with. What is going on? Why are we having all of these air problems right now? All these crashes. What's going on? The video they showed the plane going down like in a nosedive. I ain't gonna lie, from the angle of the video show, it does not look like plane going down. And we can kind of, without even saying it, we know what it looks like. The way it went down, the explosion, we know what it looks like. It didn't look like a plane. It looked like an attack. I'll just say it looked like an attack. From where? I don't know. From who? I don't know. From what? I don't know. I'm just saying, from the way it looked in that video going down, it looked like a plane. And it looked deliberate. And once again, I'm just going by the video, how the video looked. You got the Brazilian plane crash that just happened. The commercial airline plane that ran into the helicopter in Philadelphia. Crashes near the airport. So we see the crash. Wait a minute. This is another one. The plane crash. They got all the mainstream media attention. There's another one. Emergency services arrived after small plane crashes near airport in Philadelphia. It's okay. Once again, it's a small plane. It's a small plane one, so you don't have to crack down on the small plane ones. But still, this was on January 31st. And the plane crashed with all the skaters in Belgium. Former skaters, including Olympian Nancy Kerrigan, mourning plane crash and victims. Because the plane that crashed in Belgium recently had the Olympian, the skater team in it. Boy protected sister from plane crash debris is making miraculous recovery. It's February 5th. See, my thing is, what's going on with all these planes going out all of a sudden? And people mentioned the movie that Obama put out, the Leave the World Behind movie. And in that movie, there was a lot of mechanical failures with airplanes just start dropping out of the sky. See, they say art imitates life imitates art, and together they form a complete circle, 360 degrees. So, if that's the case, art imitated life imitating art. What did the Obamas know to put out a movie like that? Just think about it. The ship that ran into the bridge, knocked the bridge down in Baltimore. Similar mishaps was in that movie. Planes dropping out of the sky. I mean, it's a lot of weirdness going on, and there's all of a sudden within the last 6 months to a year, we had a lot of problems with airplanes, more within the last year recently than we ever had. You can match the last year with the last 50 years of aviation and commercial flying, and even small planes flying, whether it's somebody traveling in a small plane or you're at an aviation school and learning. Everything has been spiked up recently, and in my opinion, it's a lot of weird stuff going on, and I kind of want to know what the hell is going on? That's what I want to know. Transportation Secretary says expansive impact zone was left by Philadelphia plane crash. So it's a medical plane. I mean, what? Oh, good grief. South Korean plane crash. Report says bird remains were found in engines with no cause yet. You know what? Because this kind of triggers me. I'm over this South Korean story. Because I get tired. I'm tired of the bird excuse. It's bullshit. It's not a fucking bird that's doing this. And this is what they want to fall back on all the time. Oh, well, look at the birds first. Might be a bird. Probably a bird. Yeah, it was a bird. It might be a bird. What are the people in? Oh, let's tell us a bird again. Nah, man. Nah, I ain't. Fuck that. Bird. Okay, bird. I'm saying it's impossible. It ain't happening all the time like they saying. It's, nothing to worry about. It's the bird. The skies are always be full of birds. So, anyway, South Korean plane crash report said bird. Yeah, we bet that shit. South Korea. The first report on last month's Jeju air crash in South Korea confirmed traces of bird strikes in the plane's engines, though officials haven't determined the cause of the accident that killed all but 2 of the 181 people on board. The preliminary accident report released by South Korea's Aviation and Railway Accident Investigation Board on Monday said that feathers and bird blood stains were found in both engines. The samples were sent to specialized organization for DNA analysis, and a domestic organization identified them as belonging to Bacaltails, the report said, referring to a migratory duck. The report also said that plane's 2 black boxes, the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, stopped recording about 4 minutes before the crash. This could complicate efforts to find the cause of the crash. So data recorder and cockpit voice recorder stopped 4 minutes before the crash. And the way that they put that there, it just denotes that this is not a normal thing. The recorder should not have stopped. Okay. Now it's waiting for one of them to stop, but both of them stopped. They connect the same system? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I just know that there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. And it's very irritating. And for those of us who grew up scared to fly, even though I did anyway, and just other people just like me, we might have flown, especially in situations where we didn't have a choice. We found a way to fight through the fear. This does absolutely nothing to alleviate those fears. I tell you that. Because all the crap is going on and all these plane mishaps and just, I'm really not feeling what's, I'm not smelling what we're being showed. It smells like a bunch of garbage. There's just all these stories, and it's one after the other, after the other, all within short periods of time. I mean, what's going on? Okay, let's look at this one. At least 4 killed after U.S. military contracted plane crashes in southern Philippines. Yeah, plane and chops going down. When did this happen? Well, it's posted for 6/2025. So, I broke something. And I got on it. Snack. This is English, huh? So it's straight. Oh, no more story than that. So this must be new. Yesterday, 1:32 p.m. Yeah, this I just want to go for a minute and put my thoughts out on all these strange occurrences with airplanes and helicopters. And helicopters was put into a category of safest mode to travel to. Because a lot of people with money want to be stuck in traffic or whatever, they'll jump in a helicopter, go from place to place. You know, ironically, that's what Kobe used to do, like for years. You know, R.I.P. to baby goat Kobe. You know what I'm saying? That hit hard too, because he used to take helicopters everywhere all the time. It was second nature. But now it's just crazy. All these air mishaps that we have all of a sudden. What's going on in the air? And they claim that the poles are shifting. I wonder if that has something to do with like the gauges on these helicopters, airplanes. Not able to some altitudes they used to because of a pole shift. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Could that have something to do with all these mishaps with these planes? But that still wouldn't explain like the plane crash video that we saw. Way from a distance, the speed that object was traveling before it hit the ground, it just didn't look like a plane to me. Even if the engine was completely failed and it was in free fall, as fast as it was going towards the ground, it just, man. Sure, let me know what y'all, hit the like button, share this video, get in the comment section, let me know what you think, because I don't have all the answers. I'm learning too. So, that being said, I'm out.